I'm Tom O'Neill, a landscape photographer from the northwest of England. Subscribe and join me as I photograph epic mountainscapes, serene lakes, majestic seascapes, and magnificent waterfalls. This is Solo Photo Ventures. Hello there. So we've come down to the beach for the day. As you know from my previous videos, I'm on a family holiday, so I brought my little girl to the beach one evening. It's an absolutely stunning beach. This is more for Conwy Beach. It's just near the mountains that I've been climbing recently, the mountain range behind me there. And over this way I've got the great home of Llandudno. I thought, well, my little girl's having fun with her sandcastles and so forth, I thought I'd get a bit of a video in. This is a bit of a challenge for me because an empty beach like this, there isn't that much to photograph unless you look closely. Now, I've seen a couple of compositions that I like the look of. I'm just heading to one now. It's like a channel of water snaking towards Llandudno, so might be able to make something out of that. And I'm also going to see if I can get one looking back at these mountains. I spent the last couple of days photographing from the mountains. Seems only right to take a photograph of the mountains. First shot I'm going for, I'm looking directly at the Great Orme over there. Now I've got all this great texture going on the beach, these wavy lines from where the sea was. And there's hardly any footprints here, so I'm actually making the best use of that texture, getting a nice shot of the Great Orme with the sun on it, as you can see behind me there. I'm making use of that texture leading up to what will hopefully be a good image. Now I'm focus stacking that. It's going to be about 5-shot focus stack to make sure I get it nice and sharp all the way through, and hopefully that's coming up now. I'm just taking a shot here that I found. I found found a bit of driftwood on the beach. I don't know if you can see it down there. I'll put the video up here for you. As you can see, I've got that driftwood making up my foreground interest with all this texture on the beach. I've got the mountains making up the background. Now I'm shooting into the sun. Well, almost. It's just off to my right. So I'm shooting at f/16 in order to keep the exposure down. If I just show you on here, if I actually raise the exposure, you can see the seaweed on the branch there. And if I lower the exposure, you can see that the sun's in my vastly in my image. Now I'm going to be shooting at f/16 in order to try and create a bit of a sun star. May or may not work. The sun may be too it may be too neutered by the cloud. It's dipping behind a cloud, which is actually diffusing the light a bit. But if it does come out any good, that should make for a good shot. And here that comes. Hopefully you can hear me. There is a lot of wind noise, but in front of me I've got a nice big rock that adds a bit of character to the texture that's going on around it. All the pebbles, the shells, and the little waves in the sand. I've also got a nice lead from the water that's there, and the light that's coming in is adding a bit of extra dimension to the image as well. So the shot I've just taken, I'm looking that way towards the mountains. I've got the rock as my foreground interest. I'm basically, the point of the image is the texture in the sand. Hopefully I'll be able to make something of that. Now there are people in the image, so I'm going to have to clone them out later, but you kind of know that's coming anyway when you come somewhere like here that does get busy. If that image is any good, hopefully it's coming up now. I'm going to wander further down that way and see if there's anything I can get over there. Just set myself up with this that looks to be a good composition. If I show you down here, as you can see, I've got the camera pointing at these rocks, which are leading perfectly in a line to that little rock pool there, and that's leading up to that light you can see in the distance there. Now, it looks to be a nice stormy sort of scene, that does, and I think there is actually rain coming through those clouds over there. I think that's what's causing the trails of light. The sun has dipped behind that cloud. Given the amount of wind we're getting at the moment, I'd say there is a storm on its way, but for my purposes, that's actually making for a good shot. I've framed the composition, so I've got most of this foreground and all the texture. I've got the rocks leading up to that colour in the background. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try and edit that to look as dark and as moody as possible. I'm going to bring out that warm glow that's in the distance. I'm not going to name the shot or anything like that because that's not my style, but I do like the way that looks in my mind, so hopefully it'll translate into the image. And once again, that is a multi-image focus stack. I took 6 shots there. That's at f11, so I don't think I'll need them, but given how much foreground and how much the distance there is to the background, it's better to have it and not need it. If that looks how I think it will, here it comes. Well, seems my time at the beach has come to a end. I'm being summoned back by the boss. She's going to kill me once she sees this video. And the tide is coming in as well, so I'm hoping if I get any more shots, I'll put them up on Instagram. So please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. There are links in the description below. And yeah, hopefully I enjoyed this video, no matter how brief it is. I think I've managed to get some good shots here so far. It's not my usual cup of tea. I normally like landscapes and waterfalls, that sort of thing. But yeah, nice day at the beach. It's good for the soul. Normally I like my beaches to have a bit more cliff to them and a lot more power in the ocean, maybe a bit more stormy weather or a sunset, but yeah, I'm not going to knock what I've got today. Really happy with the shots I've got. Yeah, hopefully the next video is going to be a mountain walk, so hopefully you'll tune in for that one. And in the meantime, thanks for watching this one, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.